It is both an honor and a privilege to stand before you today as we gather to celebrate and recognize exceptional individuals who have dedicated their lives to making a difference in our community. In addition to all the other amazing honorees you've learned about tonight, last but most certainly not least, we proudly present the Sam Miller Lifetime Achievement Award to a man whose impact resonates far beyond the bounds of our city, remarkable Michael Siegal, Executive Chairman of the Board of Olympic Steel, Inc. Michael becomes the first past honoree of the Cleveland Jewish News' 18 Difference Makers to receive the Lifetime Achievement Award. His first accolade was in 2016, part of the second ever class of honorees. His journey since then has been one of continued dedication, selflessness, and tireless service. Nothing different from so much that was on Michael's dossier before that, which got him selected as a difference maker back in 2016. As we look at Michael's extensive involvement in numerous local and national organizations, including presidencies and chairmanships, we witness a man whose commitment to community knows no bounds. From serving as president of the Maccabi World Union to being at the forefront as chair of the Jewish Federations of North America, Michael's influence is truly far-reaching. He has left an indelible mark on organizations such as Israel Bonds, the Secure Community Network, the Jewish Agency for Israel, Cleveland Cliffs Natural Resources, Inc., Metals Service Center Institute, University Hospitals of Cleveland, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and Twin City Fan Companies, to name just a few. He served our local federation in a number of leadership roles, including board chair, and he is a member of the executive committee and a lifetime director of the Jewish Federation of Cleveland. This isn't the first Lifetime Achievement Award for Michael. Also receiving one in the community from the Metals Service Center Institute. He was also named Ernst & Young's Entrepreneur of the Year, the Metal Center News' Steelman of the Year, and Michael was inducted into the Inside Business Northeast Ohio Business Hall of Fame. But Michael Siegal's recognition didn't stop within Northeast Ohio. In 2022, he received the Israeli Presidential Medal of Honor from President Isaac Herzog. This prize, which is the highest civil medal awarded by the President of Israel, was presented in recognition of his extraordinary commitment to the Jewish nation and for advancing ties between Israel and North American Jewry. Yet amidst all these accolades and prestigious roles, Michael Siegal's true motivation becomes clear when he reflects on the responsibility he feels as a father. He has 3 children with his wife, Anita, and this parental love sparked a profound commitment to ensuring the safety and well-being of the Jewish diaspora for generations to come. Michael shares with the CJN that, quote, "Once you have a child and look at them, you realize there are people who want to hurt my child or kill my child. Even more so today. For me," Michael said, "that was a profound moment of needing to grow up and understand that to make my children safe, I had to be engaged in the things that allowed Jews to be safe in this very unsafe world." Michael's passion extends to the establishment of the Michael and Anita Siegal One Happy Camper Scholarship Fund alongside his wife, a testament to their commitment to fostering a strong love for Jewish life and Israel in younger generations by ensuring all have access to Jewish summer camp experiences, no matter their means. And in Michael's own words, he emphasizes the critical role of Israel in ensuring the safety and security for future generations. Michael said, "When I go back to that epiphany of having a child and wanting them to be safe, there is no world where my children and grandchildren are safer without Israel." Despite his numerous achievements, Michael remains humble, stressing that anyone can contribute to their community with the right passion, drive, and skill set. He emphasizes that his commitment is not for personal recognition, but driven by the genuine desire to make a lasting impact. And that he has, ladies and gentlemen, that he has. If I didn't know how badly Michael wanted to be here with us in person tonight, ensuring he would be arranging to return to Cleveland from his winter home in Florida to do so, instead, he's at his home in Beechwood, ill. I might think he was actually paying his respects to the families of the late Henry Kissinger or former First Lady Rosalind Carter, who both passed away this past week. We know Michael would be welcome there. He has that much clout. Let us express our deepest gratitude to Michael Siegal. not only for his outstanding contributions, but also for being an inspiration, a friend, colleague, and a role model to us all. Michael, we thank you for your selfless dedication, your unwavering passion, and the positive change you've brought to countless lives. Before we turn it to Michael, Zach, please come on up here. This is Michael's son, Zach. Michael, we're going to present to you Michael D. Siegal, Sam Miller Lifetime Achievement Award, November 20, 2023, 17 Kislev 5784. With deep appreciation and heartfelt gratitude, we honor your legacy and celebrate the indelible mark you have left on our entire community in Northeast Ohio and beyond. Your lifetime of accomplishments is an inspiration to current and future generations. May you go from strength to strength. We're also going to give you a tzedakah box because we know how much you love charity, and it's about time you collected from others because you've been giving so much of it. So, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Siegal.
Well, thank you very much. Oh, geez. Since I can't actually see the room, I'm going to begin my talk. Thank you.
All applauding for you.
Yeah, I know. There we go. Now I can see the room. Thank you, Kevin. Let me begin with a few thank yous. First, let me thank you, Kevin, and the entire staff and board of directors of the Cleveland Jewish News for this honor. It is very much an honor, and I very much appreciate it. Let me thank my family, my wife Anita, who's hovering right over here. There she is. Who has been, the rock in our house and our family for almost 50 years now. But none of this goes without a strong foundation and a strong family. Also, I'm so sorry I couldn't be there tonight. If I would have been there, it would have been my honor, but I would have also gotten the award for being the super spreader of 2023 because a virus does not know the calendar and doesn't know the time of day. So I'm trying to get on the repair as fast as I can because I'm due to go to Israel very soon as well. What can we talk about? There's so much to be talking about, but I'm going to try and be as brief as possible. I couldn't see the videos. I'll try not to be redundant. I have worked my entire adult life for the safety and security of my grandchildren, my children, your grandchildren. I've done that on behalf of the Jewish world because I do believe that we are so privileged to be alive when we have a sovereign Jewish nation. Rabbi Scoff mentioned Spain. Anita and I were just in Spain on what was called a Jewish heritage tour. The heritage of Spanish Jewry as they ain't here anymore. And what you do when you go on a Spanish heritage tour in Spain, what you see is a lot of used-to-be's. What you don't see are Jews. And so when you think about where we've been expelled from and how many countries we've been expelled from and how many people would like to see the state of Israel, a sovereign Jewish nation, be eradicated from the face of the earth, it does give me, and probably to some of you, that it is not, it really is okay to not be okay. I'm not okay with the state of the world. I'm not okay with women's group not speaking out against the rape of Jewish women. I am not okay with LGBTQ speaking on behalf of Palestinians, where if we would send them to Gaza, they wouldn't be alive. I am not okay with the liberal left, who speaks so glowingly of the world they would like to see in a better place, but don't stand up for Jews when they're being slaughtered. So is it okay to not be okay? Yeah, I guess, because I'm not okay. I feared this moment for many of my days, not living in paranoia, and I want to go back to what will be the new normal, but there is no normal from 60 days ago. That normal's gone. Israel will not be the same. However this war ends, whenever this war ends, this is still the war of independence for the Jewish sovereign nation, the state of Israel. Whether you like the prime minister or you don't like the prime minister, it doesn't make any difference. When you go to Spain and you see what they've done to eradicate the history of our people that gave so much, it's not okay. Where else would we go? Where will your grandchildren go? Where will they go without a sovereign Jewish nation? So, as it said in my little bio sheet, you know, my favorite Jewish holiday was, excuse me, the Passover Seder. You know, and like many of you, I checked the pages and how fast can we skip to get to the dinner? I'm sorry about this. So how fast? So you skip a lot of the phrases. You don't go through the whole Seder. You go through this and you go through that. And you pour the wine, and it's great because it does tell you the story of our freedom. It tells us the codification of laws and how to live a moral life. It tells us about how we should be taking care of the less downtrodden, how we should open our doors to those in need. And we do. And we do. But who opens their doors to us? I often wonder. You know, I've had a lot of conversations with a lot of people in Florida over the last 60 days. You know, people expressing their deep concern. And I say to them, as I try and explain to them the history of all of this, I say to them at the end of it, so let me ask you a real serious question. If it got down to the point where they wanted to expel Jews from the United States, would you hide me? Would you hide me? Because if you can't answer that question, you know, maybe I'm not making friends or keeping friends, but it really comes down to that point where you say to ourselves that the story of the Seder, where we have an obligation to tell our story over and over again. It's not just the story of Passover. It's the obligation that the story tells us that we must say it over again to our children and our grandchildren around our table. That is the meaning of to keep our story alive. And with that, I'm going to end with a particular quote that comes from the Seder. It's one of those passages you probably skip over a lot. It's the passage of the He Shiamda, which I will translate for all of us. And it is this, the Torah, that has stood by our ancestors and for us. For not only one enemy has risen up against us to destroy us, but in every generation they rise up to destroy us. But the Holy One, blessed He, delivers us from his hand. God bless the IDF. God bless those people who choose to live on the border so we can have a sovereign nation. And thank you all for this wonderful award. And thank you for being here tonight. Thank you.
You're getting a standing ovation, Michael.
Thank you.
Rev up your engines. We're just about done. I want to extend our heartfelt thanks to each of our honorees, to Michael, to Tim, Sandy, Alyssa, Jason, and Allison. Your commitment to strengthening our community is truly commendable. To our sponsors and partners, our table sponsors on your tables, thank you for your generosity. We cannot continue doing this like we do without your kindness and generosity and support. You truly make a difference to us. To everyone present, thank you for joining us today to celebrate strength, passion, and community, especially during these challenging times. Your presence here signifies the resilience and collective spirit that make our community extraordinary. Together, let us continue to recognize the good, support one another, and build a brighter future even when it might feel impossible. Happy Hanukkah, and may us all go from strength to strength. Good night.